Course. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this mini course on how to start an online business from scratch. I'm excited for this topic because it's very close to my heart. It's exactly where I was not so many months ago, and I'm hoping to share some of the lessons that I learned with you, and hopefully, this can be of value. Okay, all right, so let's dive in. Now, usually there are two scenarios when it comes to starting a business online, okay? And one of the scenarios would be whereby you have some skills or some expertise that you're looking to bring online, okay? Maybe you've been operating a brick and mortar business, or you have been doing something through your work, and now you want to establish something online using these skills or using this expertise. The other scenario is whereby you feel like you have zero skills, you have zero expertise. And why do I say you feel like? Because usually it's not that you don't have the skills or expertise, but you feel that this may not be what you want to bring online. That is not a very good fit for an online business, even though this is something that you're very good at. And so you may feel like you need something that can be set up as an online business, which is completely fine. It's exactly where I was because while I had worked in a B2B environment for many years, I felt that I did not have transferable skills that could be used for an online business. And so I needed to pick up some skills so I can set up myself. I have been there. And I can tell you it's completely normal to feel that way, but don't let it stop you at all, okay? So let's start with the easier one where you do have some skills or some expertise and you're ready to go. Okay. And this, there are various avenues in which maybe you want to be a coach, you want to be a course writer, you may want to be a service provider. And typically, this is usually based off of these five situations. So one could be that you have a life skill that you have mastered over the years, and now you're ready to teach somebody else and to help somebody else with what you have learned or what you've mastered, and you should, because somebody is waiting to hear from you and benefit from what you have learned. It could also be a life experience that you went through, you know, and as we know that there is always somebody else who is going through something similar that you have experienced before, and you're a step ahead of that person. And so definitely this is a great thing that you would be ready to share that life experience and the lessons you learned and help somebody else maybe get to the end faster. It could also be an obstacle that you have overcome, an expertise that you have developed, and now you're ready to share that with the world, or a problem that you have solved. Yeah. So as you're looking at this, think about because this helps you brainstorm. Because sometimes you may have each one of these, but you're not sure of which one to start with. So think about if you have any of these, and this is usually what forms a basis for your online business. And then what happens next? Because then you find that you probably have each one of these items. Okay, so where to start? So the best thing to do is to sit down with a clean sheet of paper and do a brain dump. Think of all the things that you can do, of all the areas of interest. Okay, I can teach somebody to do this, do that, do that. Just list the whole list. And you could end up with many items, 20, 30. It's completely fine. Just do a brain dump. The second thing you do is to go through the list. Okay, go through the list and think about them. Okay, is this something that I would want to be doing 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line? Okay, do I feel that this is something that can scale on an online in the online world? And then you eliminate that list. I remember going through this exercise, and I was asking myself, is this something that I will still be happy doing 2 years, 3 years down the line? The other thing that helped me narrow down my list was that I did not want to do anything that was geographically limiting. Nothing wrong with that. I had a lot of experience. I have invested in real estate in my area, and that was one of the which I really enjoy. And I thought, okay, is this something I can teach online? But then that my skill is limited to my country and to my province in Canada in this case. So I felt that that would not scale globally. So those are some of the things that you can look at, and it's completely fine even if you want to start with something that is geographically contained. I think, like in the US, you can just do something that teach something that is specific to the country, and it's a huge country, and therefore you don't even need to go beyond that. So your scenario may be different, but it's important that you go through this exercise all the way until you come up with the top three that you feel, okay, these are things I can do. And then pick your most favorite and start. Okay, the first one may not always be the one that you'll end up doing, so it's important that you start, so that if it's going to fail fast, and then go to the second item. If it succeeds, then perfect, we scale and we build it. But that's sort of the process of going through your long list of things that you could do to actually getting started. Okay, all right, so let's see what happens next. The next scenario, which I talked about at the beginning, is whereby you feel that you have no skills and you need to upskill yourself before you can get started. And many people get stuck there, they get discouraged and end up not doing anything. I would say that let's not do that. What you do in this scenario, and so this is a scenario where you have zero skills, you have zero expertise. What you do in this scenario, and again, this is just a slide showing that situation, but there are numerous courses that you can pick up online, and there are many learning platforms that you can leverage and pick a skill. You may have had an interest in a certain area. You have some sort of skill that you want to improve so that you can use that as a basis for your business, or you just want to start afresh. So there are some platforms like LinkedIn Learning, Creative Live, Skillshare, and there are many. And in this day and age of AI, in fact, the options are much, much, much more. So pick the skill and pick the platform and invest in yourself. Okay, I'm going to leave a list of most common skills that can be used for an online business, and some of the platforms where you can learn this. You can grab the PDF and see if that would be of help in picking something, but definitely invest in a skill so that you can get started. Then what, after that? So we know what we want to do. Either we have narrowed down our list, or we have gained a skill through learning. What happens next? So stick around, look out for the second video where we're going to see what happens after that. Okay, so see you on the next video. Bye.